Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about the OnePlus 8 Pro versus the Note 20 Ultra 5G. First, let's talk about the design. The OnePlus 8 Pro is a glass and metal sandwich with that ridge on the top, which looks really cool. I really love the alert slider as well in the OnePlus phones. You have the power button and the alert slider on the right. The bottom you have the speaker grill, the USB type C and the SIM card slot. On the left is the volume rocker, and on the back you have this huge camera bump with a glossy back, which I really like as well. Now let's talk about the Note 20 Ultra. The Note 20 Ultra has a really big camera bump as well. It is a glass and metal sandwich. Here the metal is stainless steel. On the top you have the SIM card tray. On the right you have the power button and the volume rocker, and on the bottom you have the speaker grill, the USB type C and the S Pen. If you compare it side by side, it comes to a personal preference. I do not mind either of them. The left side of the Note 20 Ultra does not have any buttons. Before we move on to the rest of the video, do subscribe to the channel. We are really close to 1,000, and don't forget to click the bell icon. Now let's talk about the displays. I'm going to set both the displays at full brightness. I had spoken about the Note 20's display in the review video. If you have not seen that video, the link's in the description. Do check it out. I found that the Note 20 Ultra is a little dimmer compared to the OnePlus 8 Pro. Now this might be because of the Gorilla Glass Victus. That's my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Both the displays have a Quad HD Plus panel, and they can go up to 120 Hz with their refresh rates. But there is one drawback. The OnePlus 8 Pro can go to Quad HD Plus and 120 Hz simultaneously, while the 1 lakh rupee or the $1,300 Note 20 Ultra can only do 120 Hz with HD Plus and 60 Hz with the Quad HD Plus setting, which is kind of sad, and I am not sure why Samsung does not allow you to do this, but that's been there since the S20 series, so we'll keep that aside, but that is a sure drawback. There's one more thing. Both are hole punch displays, but Samsung has gone with the center hole punch and the OnePlus 8 Pro has a corner hole punch display, so it depends on a personal preference. When it comes to performance, both the phones are really good. They are very fast, extremely smooth, and let's look at some applications. Not to forget that the Note 20 Ultra has an Exynos 990, while the OnePlus 8 Pro has a Snapdragon 865 chipset, which is far superior in my opinion compared to the Exynos chipset. So the Note 20 Ultra comes with a 128, 256 and 512 GB option with a 12 GB of RAM. The OnePlus 8 Pro comes with a 128 GB, 8 GB RAM, 256 GB and 12 GB RAM option. So both the phones overall are amazing with their performance as well as their screens. I tend to dive a little bit more into the screens because that is something which you're interacting with all the time on your phone. So nevertheless, let's move on to the cameras. And first, let's talk about the OnePlus 8 Pro. The OnePlus 8 Pro has a quad camera setup with a color filter camera, which I don't consider, but anyway, it's got an 8 megapixel telephoto, 48 megapixel ultra wide, a 48 megapixel main sensor, along with a 5 megapixel color filter camera. On the front, there is a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So a pretty good combination of sensors out there. Now next, let's talk about the Note 20 Ultra. The Note 20 Ultra has a triple camera setup. So the Note 20 Ultra has a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 108 megapixel wide, a 12 megapixel telephoto and a 10 megapixel selfie camera. And the best part about this phone is that it can zoom to 50x, while the OnePlus 8 Pro can zoom to 30x at max. So if you want a camera or a phone which zooms to 50x, then that's the phone which you need to go for. But otherwise, for me, the OnePlus 8 Pro zoom is more than enough. Now let's quickly look at the cameras and how they perform. So up front, both the cameras are pretty fast at clicking pictures, but I can see a difference with the color temperatures of both the phones. So the OnePlus 8 Pro has a enhanced color, while the Note 20 Ultra is keeping the same color temperature as the camera I am using to shoot the video, which is pretty good, but I would still go with the OnePlus 8 Pro. So both the phones have excellent cameras, but when it comes to those extra features, Samsung has given everything, right from the single take to even recording at 8K, which uses a lot of memory, and I am not sure where the common person is going to view the 8K content, but it's still there. And the OnePlus 8 Pro does not have and cannot shoot at 8K, but it's got pretty good cameras. Let me know in the comment section below which phone would you choose and which camera setup is better according to you, and do think about that price tag. I will respond to each and every query of yours, so do comment below. Both these phones are capable to run the new Android 11. The OnePlus 8 Pro does have the beta version. The Note 20 Ultra, at the time of filming the video, did not have the beta version out yet. Now it does, and you can go and download that and use the beta version of Android 11. But overall, both the OSs now have become similar. OnePlus has straight away copied from One UI, but I definitely do not have an issue with that. Both the UIs are amazing. Both the phones are extremely peppy and fast. So it just comes down to that Samsung UI and the OnePlus Oxygen OS. Now let's talk about the batteries. The OnePlus 8 Pro comes with a 4500 mAh battery. The OnePlus 8 Pro comes at a 4510 milliamp hour battery. So when you compare both of them, they both are the same. 10 milliamperes would not make a huge difference. The difference comes in with the fast charging. The OnePlus 8 Pro can charge at 30 watts. That means that it can basically charge 50% or 0 to 50% in 23 minutes. The Note 20 Ultra has a 25 watt fast charging. Both have wireless charging and support reverse wireless charging. The Note 20 Ultra comes with a 15 watt wireless charging, while the OnePlus 8 Pro comes with a 30 watt wireless charging. So both are really good with their battery life, and both last me through the day very easily. But one thing to note, the Note 20 Ultra has 120Hz at FHD+, which saves a little bit more battery, but through the years we know that the energy efficiency of the Exynos is not as good as the Snapdragon processor. So there the OnePlus 8 Pro does get an edge. So now let's go on to the speaker test. Both have dual firing speakers. The front earpiece doubles as the front firing speaker, and then you have the bottom firing speaker, which is the main speaker of the phone. Now let's compare both these phones and let's see which one's louder and which one has more clarity and more bass. There are a couple of changes with respect to the entire operating system from Developer Preview 3, which was my earlier video. So the Note 20 Ultra sounds really good. Now let's look at the OnePlus. For Preview 3, which was my earlier video. In this video, we're only going to talk about some specific features like the one you're seeing currently, which are notifications. The OnePlus 8 Pro is a little bit louder. In this video, we're only going to, and my favorite, talk about some specific feature here is. Now that gets us to the end of the video. Do let me know which phone is your favorite. I am still in the OnePlus club. Do subscribe to the channel and share the video. Thanks for watching.